Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm back with another Pauper League. And I'm going to be playing this Mardu Initiative deck again through a league on my channel. I'll get into the deck in a second. Like I said, I have played it through one league on the channel already. It was a lot of fun. It's actually the most fun I've had since I've been back recording, so I just really wanted to play with it again. But my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/snapbolt. If you like my content, go there and subscribe. It's really the best way to support me. So thank you so much for that. And let's get into a quick deck check, the changes that I've made since last time, and then let's get right into some games. So this is basically Boros Initiative, a brew that I've played many times on my channel, but now we have this new powerhouse, Refurbished Familiar. This card is really, really strong. Just want to play it in everything. It's really good with Ephemerate, and that's pretty much the end of it. This card is just like, 1 mana Liliana Spectre. Is that the right name of the card? 3 mana, 2/1 flying, they discard a card. Anyways, the deck was really strong. We did well in the last league. I really liked Familiar. I think the build is starting to get a little bit more refined. Since last time, I cut one of these untapped artifact lands, playing another basic. Familiar was pretty easy to cast for the most part. Still at the 5 inspectors, cut one Ephemerate. This was a suggestion from the comments. Play Thraben Charm, and I really like this. Playing one in the main, one in the side. At the end of the last video, I was trying to get a piece of like hard graveyard hate in the sideboard, and I put one Nihil Spellbomb. But Thraben Charm just seems great. Pretty mediocre removal spell, deals with enchantments. We can like crush enchantments now, it's insane. But I think it's also the piece of graveyard hate we want. It's on color, being not our splash color of black. And just we can rebuy it with Elementalist. A lot of synergy with Thraben Charm in this deck. We don't have that many creatures, so it's a pretty bad removal spell. Don't think I want more than one in the main, but it seems pretty good. I have the 2 Dawnbringer in the main right now. Only 2 Inspiring Overseer. I could just cut Overseer entirely, but it's another white creature for strands. It cantrips. It does a lot, so that's the reason for that. Could play like more Inspectors and less Overseers potentially, but I think I'm liking this split for now. Yeah, 2 Dawnbringers main just seems really nice. There's a lot of Ponza running around. I've been playing a little Ponza myself. But the new Eldrazi are really strong in that deck. I haven't gotten the chance to try Repurposer yet. I should have played it in the last league. I'm kind of kicking myself, but I didn't. Regardless, my plan against Ponza is just to blow up their like enchant lands with Dawnbringer Clerics. I don't know if I'm going to board in Thraben Charm, but we have this, and blow up their enchantments, and then we also have Cleansing Wildfire and Indestructible lands, so that's the plan there. All right, this is getting a little long-winded. Let's just go right into round 1. Let's go. All right, welcome to round 1. We're against Neo Antunes. Would you like to mulligan? Nope, this hand looks fine. We have a couple bridges. We have all our colors. We have some removal spells. It looks like we're against Coggates, most likely. Ooh, Palette Sentinels, good draw there. Wonder if we're going to end up exiling their yard, or most likely killing an enchantment. Maybe they go Modern Age right here. Cycle Orient Revealed. Play blue-white tap land? No, just play island. Okay. Preordain? Brainstorm. Okay, they probably didn't have any other lands. That's my guess. Refurbished Familiar. I could play Faithless Looting right now, but I don't even really have stuff that I really want to discard. I think I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to go Bridge, go. Couldn't quite play the Familiar yet, but we can play it next turn. Make them discard a card. Modern Age? Oh, Squadron Hawk. Okay. If we draw another bridge, it's actually fine. We can still play Familiar. Might have to play Faithless Looting next turn. See what we draw. Another bridge. All right, so now it's pretty obvious. I guess I lead on Faithless Looting and then probably just play Bridge Familiar, but I think at this point I should play the Looting. Let's go. Let's just play it. Cleansing Wildfire is interesting. Dawnbringer is good too. I think with the Dawnbringer we can get rid of the Thraben Charm. and cast down. Just ditching both of our removal spells is kind of greedy. But I think I like pretty much everything else. Could get rid of Dawnbreaker Cleric too, but I do want to just be able to kill a Modern Age. Not sure if this is right. Play Refurbish Familiar, pass the turn. Now I could consider slamming Palace Sentinels next turn, especially if they're tapped out, but they might have a couple Hawks in play by that point, so it's pretty risky. Okay, they just journey the Refurbish Familiar. Okay. Well, 2 for 1. We know they have 1 Hawk left in hand. Ooh, wow. Now I can just Dawnbringer the Journey, make them discard another card, get my thing back, and I can play both of these next turn. That's so good for me. Nice. Slamming that line. Guess I can lead on Cleansing Wildfire. No reason not to. Ooh, do I want to Cleansing Wildfire them in this situation? Kill the Basilisk Gate? I kind of do. I mean, Basilisk Gate's going to be a huge threat, and this game is going to go long, so... Yeah, let's first Dawnbringer the Journey to Nowhere, and then Cleansing Wildfire their gate. Alright, that was really nice. And then Cleansing Wildfire their Basilisk Gate. Discard a counter spell. I like that. Yeah, just dealing with Basilisk Gate does seem good. Again, that's going to be an issue in the long run. Yeah, Journey to Nowhere Refurbished Familiar is really sketchy play, especially when they like have Hawks in their deck. They don't care that much about this in play. So that was an interesting line for the opponent. Maybe they have another Journey to Nowhere. Like, why would they have done that? And when I said why would they have done that, why did they include the Prosperity Journey to Nowhere in their deck? The other art's good. Doesn't look good, sorry. There it is, there it is. Okay. Zendikar? Yeah. And they just snap off the refurbish. Maybe they're worried about Ephemerate? Interesting. I can Ardent Elementalist get back Thraben Charm. They probably have another counter, but... Ooh. Now I'm just going to play another Familiar. Let's lead on Familiar, I guess. And then play Thraben. And then probably Crack Clue right now. This could just eat a counter spell. It's fine. Doesn't. I want to eventually element to this back Cleansing Wildfire, get their Basilisk Gate. They discard the other Hawk. Maybe they have another Hawk in hand. Let's Crack Clue now. Then attack for 1. Galvanic Blast. That's actually pretty good. It might help us secure the Monarch without risking giving it up. Also, eventually, once we get more mana, we can start like flashing back Faithless Looting, especially when we find strands and stuff, discard those. We're just attacking for 4, sure. I really do like killing the other Basilisk Gate, because if we were getting hit for like 10 right now, or 11, that would be pretty bad. But I don't care about taking 4, I don't think. Okay. Now, it seems like they do have Counterspell. I don't want to just play Palace Sentinels into that, but I will play one of my Ardent Elementalists into that. So let's lead on that. A couple seconds ahead on time here. Which is nice. Okay, they're down to 2 cards. I wonder if I just blast the Hawk now while they're tapped out. I guess I'll just force them to Basilisk Gate. And then I'll go for Blast, and if they want to counter, that's fine. They're probably just going to Basilisk Gate up their Hawk again. I think we're pretty far ahead at this point. Just Refurbish Familiar doing work. Oh, whoa. Guardian of the Guild Pack. Okay. That's good against Monarch. Now I'll just Galvanic Blast the Hawk. And then, oh, they have a Spell Pierce? Oh, Dispel. Okay, now I think I just Ardent Elementalist back, Cleansing Wildfire with a Basilisk Gate. Alternatively, I can get back Thraben Charm, kill the Journey to Nowhere, get their last card in hand. But then I'm kind of racing the Guardian of the Guildpact plus Basilisk Gate. Yeah, I like the Cleansing Wildfire line. Just don't want to get gated here. All right, now I can flashback looting to discard this land. I guess we don't have any attacks. Don't want to trade my familiar for their hawk. Not when I have Ephemerate in my deck. Preordain, that's scary. We can potentially still Monarch in the future, especially if we have Strands. I mean, the other Thraben Charm is going to come in. I mean, maybe I should have just not discarded it. Maybe that was a bad play. No attack with Guardian. Okay. Like that. Ephemerate, nice. I have a lot of good lines. I can just go for Ephemerate right now on my Elementalist. They have to have exactly counter. I could also lead on Palace Sentinels. Kind of like that. Kind of want to play land too. Lead on Palace Sentinels, see if it gets countered. What'd they do with the Preordain? 2 top? I really want to resolve this Ephemerate even more than this Palace Sentinels. I think I'm going to play land too. They might even just let this resolve even if they have counter. No, they're not. Nice. Okay, so now I can just go... What do I want to do? I can go Ephemerate my Elementalist. Get back Thraben Charm. Thraben Charm, kill Journey to Nowhere. Oh no, then I just draw. They spent their last card in hand. But I could kill the Modern Age. Yeah, I mean, Ephemerate, Elementalist, get back Thraben Charm, kill the Modern Age. Seems pretty good to me. They don't get to loot next turn. I think that's better than, like, drawing a card. I guess I could have just Ephemerated Dawnbringer Cleric. It would be, like, the same thing, pretty much. Wonder if this is even the best line. I mean, I should have just Ephemerated the Dawnbringer, but I didn't. Destroy target enchantment. Just kill this. And then no attacks. I really like the bait with the Palace Sentinels there. Oh wow, they kept a Seagate on top? Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. That might be a mistake that cost them this game. Then I just get back Ephemerate. And now I can kind of like rat walk them. Unless they draw an instant. Cleansing Wildfire myself here. Guess I'll get another black source. Goliath Paladin. It's actually pretty good, but I don't want to even give them the initiative at all, I don't think. So Now during their draw step, I'm going to ephemerate my Dawnbringer Cleric, killing this. Yeah, that seems really good. No attack. Then I ephemerate this. During draw, destroy target enchantment, you discard a card. Now I can basically threaten to do this every turn, and they have to draw like an instant in order to draw a card for the remainder of the game. It was a Basilisk Gate. So this should be game, I think. Just get back Ephemerate. That's the combo. Little Ratlock. Strands. Strands is huge. Nice. Love to see that. So now I can just cast Faithless Looting. Just discard this. Well, I don't even know if I need to initiative. Because I want to keep Ratlocking for now. I don't even need to flashback looting. I guess I can just trade one of these, and then that way I can start attacking for 2 every turn while I Ratlock them. Actually, I like just casting Strands name white, save both my rats. It makes it just a lot easier to win from here. And then during their draw step, I just ephemerate my familiar. Should always yield to that. And they can start attacking for 2, but doesn't really do anything. Elementalist. Just need to try to play faster from here because now I for sure know what I'm doing. Okay. Nice. Assemble the Ratlock. Yeah, this just adds a whole new element to the deck. Like, it eats away at their hand, starts trading for their resources, and then eventually Ratlocking any deck is pretty good. Like, even when they draw instants, it can be hard to interact with the Ratlock combo. They can't side out like all their enchantments, right? There's no way. Maybe I just want all this stuff. I can just play Thraben Charm as a removal spell. Galvanic Blasts are pretty bad. The cast downs are also pretty bad. I might need some amount of removal. Maybe just leave in 1. Spectre's a little low impact. I don't want too many Strands. Is that too many Dawnbringers and Thrabens? I mean, they're just never going to be able to keep a Journey to Nowhere in play. Plus, Dawnbringer can just like exile like Strands and or Cat from the graveyard. Seems good. Palace Sentinels and Goliath Paladin are somewhat of a liability if they have Guardian, but I'm just keeping the Faithless Lootings, I guess. I can just looting. Should I take out one of the Faithless Lootings, leave in 3 copies of Strands? I don't think so. Maybe I should leave in another Inspector over a looting. Yeah. I do like to side out looting a lot just because, like, you don't necessarily, like, you saw there in game 1, I cast Faithless Looting on turn 2, and my hand was good. I didn't want to discard any of those cards. So you have to wait usually to set up like a good looting. So you don't want too many of them, especially post board when like you just care more about value. The Ratlock is like a huge upgrade for this deck. Nice. It's great. We have a turn 2 familiar if we want it. We have our 1 Galablast. Opponent's on the multi-6. I guess familiar is a reason to increase the number of untapped artifact lands because bridge into untapped artifact land is turn 2 familiar, but I don't think it matters that much. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we don't have another white source. I guess I can also go bridge into play Thraben. Oh no, I can't. I can't. Can't quite do that, but also lead on Goldmire Bridge. And the Cleansing Wildfire is really helping this matchup. You saw killing those Basilisk Gates was huge. Otherwise, we might have just lost to that Guardian. Like, we would have just potentially gotten raced, but I think not ramping ourselves, it kind of hindered our progress, our development, but killing the Basilisk Gate was just so critical. All right, I can go Bridge plus Thraben, but I just like resolving Refurbished Familiar. Ooh, maybe that other line was better because now I have 2 white spells. I can't cast them both in the next turn. They have a Strands in the yard that they discarded. I mean, sure. Strands is a good card, but I don't think I care too much. I thought they were going to Journey to Nowhere. Kind of like just attack for 2, play Ephemerate. Could even play Untapped Land to play around Spell Pierce, but that's just too greedy. I'm just going to play Ephemerate right now. Discard another card. It's a Deep Analysis. That's good. I can't deal with that right now. Brainstorm. Okay. No Pyros yet. I feel like this should be a pretty reasonable matchup for us. We have Dawnbringers just to, like, again, nab random stuff out of their yard. We have Dawnbringers to kill all their enchantments. We have Pyroblast. We have a comparable late game to them. Familiar just going off here. Definitely don't care about taking one. Now they need a counter spell for this rebound on Ephemerate. Otherwise, like, I'm just getting their entire hand. And even if they counter, I just slam Elementalist. I have 2. See if they have Hydro. Doesn't look like it. Nice. Now we just try to Ratlock again. Maybe we lean into Ratlock and just play a 3rd Elementalist, because this 3-card combo is really good. The Modern Age. They draw and discard. What do they discard? They still have a Deep Analysis. See if they flash it back. Hawk. Okay. That plays around our Ephemerate loop here. At least somewhat. Definitely not blocking. Cleansing Wildfire. They have 3 Hawks in hand. I can just start discarding their Hawks, basically. I guess I just go, like, I lead on Cleansing Wildfire myself. This just gives me a lot of mana to work with. Let's get a Plains. Cast down. Not a bad draw. And then I can just pass with my interaction up. I mean, is discarding one of their... I don't need to discard one of their Hawks right now. What I could do is Ephemerate my Ardent Elementalist right now, get back Cleansing Wildfire, cast Cleansing Wildfire, target myself, and just get like a ton of mana. I mean, I think that's okay. I get to draw a card, get a million lands in play. Seems good to me. Their hand is just triple Hawk. They can't deploy all of them, so I can just kill them and discard them later. Could have been killing their bridges too, but I think I'll just wait. I can always get back Wildfire with the Ephemerate loop later in order to kill specifically Basilisk Gate. I think that's a better line. Palace Sentinels. Palace Sentinels actually isn't bad. So now they discard one of their Hawks. Yep. They have 2 Hawks left. And 2 unknowns. Journey to Nowhere. Okay, we have so much enchantment removal though. And we have more where this came from. Definitely not blocking. Yeah, I just feel like we're so incredibly far ahead. Like, look at this mana difference as well. I'm right here. They're gonna discard a Hawk. Yep. Whew. That's insanely good. And then I just play Elementalist. They discard another Hawk. They have 1 more card. Now I play Elementalist. Get back Ephemerate, and then Ephemerate a Refurbished Familiar. Oh, they have their last card's counter. Okay. That's annoying for me. Still doing okay though. Can Gallop Blast their Modern Age. Just trying to not kill Outlaw Medic for like as long as I can. See what they draw. Land. No Flashback Deep Analysis finally. And if I ever draw an Enchantment Hate card, which I have 6 of left in my deck, I just get to continue the loop here. So they just want to gain 1. Makes sense. I guess I could have responded, but if they want to counter this, I think that's fine. Dispel. Blue Blast. I'm fine with that too. Again, that would break up my Elementalist loop later. So I can pretty safely Monarch here. I'll start by drawing a card, I suppose. Dawnbringer Cleric. Okay, well that's a good one to play. Dawnbringer, Kill Journey. Our creatures just have, the ETBs on our creatures are just so good. Like, they can't really afford to Journey to Nowhere our creatures. And let's just ephemerate this. Kill Vector Glider. Then I think I actually am just going to cast down the Hawk also right now. And then attack for 4. Or I guess attack for 5. Sweet. Getting the hang of the Ratlock now as well. And then I just still have my Ephemerate loop going. I have another land. Now I can just get their last card. I don't think yielding to that actually works. I think every time you flicker, you have to reset. All right, let's attack with our flyers and then ephemerate a familiar before doing anything else. They have the strands in the yard, which I can exile at some point. Ephemerate familiar, get your last card, and then play a Palace Sentinels. and then play a Novice Inspector too. Basilisk Gate could prolong the game, but starting next turn I can rat lock them. So they won't be able to draw Basilisk Gate at all. Blue Blast. Okay, so they broke up our loop. Nothing I can do. Crack Clue. Dawnbringer. Nice. Now, what do I want to flicker? Exiling the strands doesn't really do anything now. So I guess I just draw a card. Could do it on an Inspector, so I can attack for 2 with my Familiar, but yeah, I think this is better. Wow, double Pyro, great draws. See if they don't flashback strands this turn, then I can exile with Dawnbringer. I think attacking with like a bunch of stuff is just too greedy. I just don't need to do that. Maybe I could close out the game more quickly. Right now I just Dawnbringer away their strands from the yard. And then I'll play a bridge and pass. They can flash it back, doesn't matter. Not planning on doing anything right now. Go ahead. I make a treasure. Okay. Blue spells are not resolving. We got blue spells and blue permanents covered. All right, nice. Crushed Coggates there. That should just be a better matchup than I thought. Yeah, all the enchantment removal, Pyroblasts. Our late game is arguably more powerful than theirs. Sure, can go either way. Their draws weren't the best, and our draws were good. But 1-0, let's go round 2. All right, 1-0 over Coggates. Let's go round 2 against Jakov. Jakov. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Let's go. I think we've played this opponent before. Let's keep this hand. Jiao Kof. Okay, it looks like it's Ponza. Just gonna kill their Arbor Elf right now. Even though if that delays our Familiar, it's okay. Don't want them to 3-drop on turn 2. No, maybe just playing only bridges would have been better, but can just start playing out the bridges now. There's Rumble. Okay, looks like they're on updated Ponza. They're going to get Boarding Party or Repurposer. They choose Boarding Party. That is scary. Cleansing Wildfire might actually be insanely good, because if they play an enchant land, I can target them. Do they have a Repurposer in hand? Thermal Karst, okay. I got punished for not playing a red bridge. I think we're still okay, but that was pretty bad by me. Sorry for that. Ooh, we might be able to discard their Boarding Party from their hand. And then Vili Asimos just ramping. Doesn't look like we're going to quite be able to. They attack for 0, nice. I have seen a lot of lists not play a mountain anymore. How greedy is that to go for Cleansing Wildfire, target them? I can also just go play bridge, play familiar, ephemerate right now, and then just deal with the Boarding Party after. I think that's got to be better. They don't really play removal, so maybe we can set up a rat lock here. Pass. They discard a Chrysalis. And then they play Boarding Party. Last card. Yep. No big whammy. Arbor Elf. Nice. So we take 6 off the party. They have 0 cards in hand. We get to draw an extra card, a familiar. Taking 6. Let's draw the Raven Charm. The Raven Charm's interesting. So now I just play Mountain, Cleansing Wildfire myself. I could take them off of red, but I think I just want more mana. Let's get a Plains. Raven Inspector. They have 7 mana, so even if I kill the Arbor Elf with Raven Charm, they could still draw a Dino if they could still cast a Dino if they draw it. I could play Thraben, then I could threaten to double block the Boarding Party. But I can just play Goliath Paladin next turn too. I can just play Thraben and play Inspector, not this Thraben. Play Inspector and then not block the Boarding Party here. I think I like that. And then hopefully they just drew a land this turn and not a dinosaur. Looks like it was not Dino. I'm going to take Boarding Party. Go to 8. Repurposer? Oh, Thermokarst. Okay, I'm fine with that. Strands is a good draw too. So now I can just slam Goliath Paladin, I think, and feel pretty safe. And then I can just trade Paladin for Boarding Party and just leave everything back. Get another Plains. And then if I get to untap ever here, I'm just gonna win basically, I think. This deck is pretty cool now though. Love me some Ponza. As if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you should know. Yep, we got him. Nice. Now Dawnbringers come in. I think that's all we want. I think Dawnbringer is just the better enchantment removal compared to Thraben. It is pretty devastating for them when you kill their enchant land, but we also have Cleansing Wildfire, so 4 Thraben, 4 Cleansing Wildfire is way enough. I think Thraben Charm can come out. And what's the other cut? Just like an Inspector. Minimally sideboard. Maybe because they don't really have removal though. Thraben Charm is like good enough because it's a good removal spell, but we have a lot of other removal spells. And Strands is really good against them. I think when I played Hansa in my last video, I played against Boros Initiative and got crushed. So good sign for us. I also could have played that game better, differently. I could have led on artifact lands. Yeah, this hand is really good. I mean, they could have a way to tuck one of my artifacts, but if they don't, I'm just in a fantastic position. Just lead on my red bridge and hope they don't tuck it on turn 2. Kind of feels like they might if they kept and didn't have a 1-drop accelerant. Yeah, that's annoying. Now we need to find another red source. Can't cast anything in our hand now. So maybe we're going to get Pawns it out. Double Deglamour? Okay. Malevolent Rumble. Take Forest. Play Forest. They have Cast into the Fire as well. Mountain. Great draw. And they do have Mountain. I could just kill the Arbor Elf with Galvanic Blast. That keeps them off boarding party right now. I think it's worth it. They also took land pretty quickly off Rumble. They might not have that many mana sources. My mountain might get killed though, so I probably should have Cleansing Wildfire, gotten another red source. It's just tough to say. They play another forest. I thought they were going to play a Chrysalis. All right, we're in trouble this game. We have a cast down. We need another red source now. Nice. That might have been another misplay from me. So 2 Deglaimers gone and Cast into Fire gone. How many of them do they have? No. Okay, it's Chrysalis. Chrysalis I don't care about. And I want to actually... I was going to say I want a Cleansing Wildfire over Familiar. But I don't know if I do. Ooh, do they have another Chrysalis? It's actually, I think, fine with me because then I can just get their last card with Familiar. What is this? They're just putting the counters now, maybe? To play around removal? 5 mana. Oh, Avenging Hunter? Jeez. Okay. Well, I can Familiar into try to take the Monarch. So by Cleansing Wildfire, I can't also Familiar, unfortunately. And they drew a land that they can just discard to Familiar. I'm in trouble now. I could take 10. I think I need to play Familiar in order to try to take back the Monarch, though. Because then I can kill the Reach blocker and get in there, take the Monarch, get another land next turn, not have to pay additional mana for it because I want to kill this next turn. I'm taking 10. I'm taking 12 because they're probably going to forge onto this. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just forge onto this, no attack with Chrysalis. We do have the cast down though. And we know they have Forest in hand. They forge. We're deciding where to forge. They forge onto Chrysalis. That's good for us. The opponent's not expecting the cast down. Just attack for 5 only. No, attack for 12. Okay. Are they gonna play like another Chrysalis? That would probably be game. Repurposer. That maybe we can beat. We also do have strands, but it's actually not that good against them. Maybe I was supposed to side out some strands. We have 1 card left. I guess I'm waiting on Bridge Familiar. See what they discard. So land. I have to take the initiative and I can't give it back to them. Which, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I'm able to do it all. I would have to go block, cast down, then I take 5. Man, I misplayed it again, I feel like. Maybe I just didn't have a line, though. The Deglaimers were too strong. because they're going to trap me down to 3 if I don't take it. If I do take it, I have to attack. And then I can chump the Chrysalis, cast down the Hunter, then I take 3, then take 5. I mean, I can concede, but I can go block, cast down. But again, I don't think I have any outs. I think I might have mis-sideboarded. Maybe Strands isn't good with all their Devoid creatures. I guess they only have these 8 Devoid creatures. I wonder if they sided out a lot of their enchant lands. This is the only way to survive because of Trample. It's just the turn they played Chrysalis into Hunter, I just needed them to not have such a big play. Alright, they got us here. I don't think we have any outs. GG. Let's go game 3. Strands should still be good. They have Boarding Party Dinos, Avenging Hunters, protecting the initiative in Monarch. I know it doesn't work against their Devoid creatures, but I have to just try to kill those. Maybe I go like down on... Maybe I go down on Dawnbringers? Maybe they sided out their enchant lands? Can they even side out all of those? That's like insane to do. Just gonna run it the same. I feel like siding out all the Wild Growth Utopia Sprawls, I've never done that. Like, maybe it's a good line against Enchantment Hate, but it seems like then you're just slowing down so much. Okay. 0 hand against Ponza, not what we want to see. This hand we will be able to Cleansing Wildfire. Just put back a Strands. Opponent's on the multi-6, see if they go to 5. That deck does mulligan a lot as well. Doesn't mulligan necessarily the best, but it can win on some mulligan. It can like win on 5. Try to fix this. I think my filter's not looking that good. Maybe that's better. Okay, they kept 6 and off to the races. Okay, they do have the Utopia Sprawl. We have no Enchantment Hate yet. I guess I can Cleansing Wildfire them. Okay, well, geez. If I Dawnbringer them and they have Deglamour, it's so annoying. Still think I do it. Yeah, maybe Cleansing Wildfire myself. I get to draw a card and get a land. But this way they need like exactly Deglamour. Okay, nice. They're on 1 land. Now I just kill that. Try to make them not be able to cast spells. Who's the Ponza deck now? Well, that would have been good last turn. Could have saved Cleansing Wildfire for ourselves. Nice. So now I just go Refurbish Familiar. I can go Thraben into Refurbish Familiar. I gotta remember that. Not the best Familiar ever, but still 2 mana, 2/1 flying. They discard a card. They just have a lot of extra stuff to discard because they're stuck on lands. Who's the Ponza deck now? And they hit a land. Deglamour. They did have the Deglamour. Crack Clue. Ooh, Ephemerate is really nice. Back for 4. 2 white sources, so even if they went Forest, Thermal Karst, we'd be okay. They'd rumble into land, play land. Kind of want to just kill the Eldrazi spawn, honestly. This isn't, my Galblast is not turned on at the moment. Let's attack with everybody. Because their spawn could unlock Moonville Acid Moss. I think I just go attack with all. I think I do just play Galblast on the spawn. And then I just wait on Ephemerate. Galblast the spawn, pass the turn. Interesting to play Dawnbringer Cleric that turn as well. But I think Ephemerating is just so much better. Okay, yeah. They just kept a one-lander with Utopias for all Wild Growth, and they're like, probably like, they had Deglamour. They were probably like, that's good enough, because I have the enchantment to cast it on turn 2. We kept them off the Deglamour for long enough. They didn't hit a land. Both those factors, their draw didn't function. So we got Ponza. Nice. 2-0. This deck is solid. This deck is really solid. Really fun to play too. Having a great time. Let's go round 3. All right, 2-0. Welcome to round 3. We're against Maribs. Let's keep this hand. It's like I said. I don't know if I just said it. It's slow, but you know, we have a 2-drop we can play. We have a 3-drop we can play. We can cast them. We have 2 artifacts. We have some strands. I was thinking if we're against red, this draw might be good, and looks like we might be. Okay. It's a good draw against red. Classic Mardu deck. Draw a card we can't cast. Nothing too explosive, please. It's pretty aggressive. Hit us to 16, and we go up to 18. Oh man. And we're on the draw. Don't think they can deal with this artifact. Just play it. Gain 2 life. They might have to point a bolt at this, but if they have a way to remove this, then their attacks are still pretty good. Implement. Okay, could be a lot worse than that. Take 5, go to 13. Play Inspiring Overseer, go up to 14. Could just leave up Strands, actually. I think I like playing a Strands for... Oh yeah, definitely leave up Strands. Because then we can play Overseer next turn and still have Strands up, and then have another Strands. Pass. It might be okay here. This card is really good. This is like 4 fogs. Epicure. I think we take because I'd rather eat one of the goblins. Would I? I think no, actually. I'd rather just not take any damage right now. If they have Lightning Bolt, exactly, that would be bad, but... Okay. We prevent all red damage this turn. They don't attack. Then I get to play Overseer and have a flashback Strands up, and then have another Strands up next turn. Hopefully we draw more lands. This matchup's close, but yeah, I don't mind it. I was going to say Strands goes a long way. Go up to 14. Now we can kill 2 of their creatures on attacks, hit a land, and it's a red source. Really, really good. Now they probably just have to send all. We can eat 2 things and take 0 damage. And we just drew so many strands. It's exactly what we needed to do. We go block, actually block, block, and then flashback strands. Name red. And then next turn, okay, they bolt the Dawnbringer Cleric. Why didn't they bolt Overseer? Name red. Then I play Thraben. And then plan to play another strands. And then I can even Elementalist back strands at some point. Implement. Okay, that's colorless damage. They attack. We go block, block, cast Prismatic Strands. We just got, so we drew Dawnbringer plus triple strands. It's pretty insane. Now I just go Cleansing Wildfire myself. And then leave up Hardcast Strands. What do I want? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 white sources, 2 red, 2 black. Just get Mountain. Goliath Paladin is actually really, really good because it allows us to play it with double strands in the yard. Sweet. We have 2 cards left in hand. I think this is pretty much locked up. They go up to 3 cards. We're at 13 still. Our game 1 draw basically we couldn't have asked for more. They play a land. Let's go to blocks and then cast strands from hand. It's just insane how many of these we drew. Feels bad for the opponent. I almost keep clicking white. Gotta name red. That would be a pretty disappointing misclick. Kosaki, you got it. I can't quite Elementalist back a strands, but I will be able to next turn. Then I'll just play bridge, leave up Crack Clue. And we will want to strands this turn because we don't want to give them the initiative at all. We're still going to have this strands and then, again, 2 more strands at least, assuming we don't find Ephemerate, to try to keep the loop going. Because that's another lock. Excuse me, Elementalist, Ephemerate, strands. You just keep getting back strands and then keep fogging every turn. Chain Lightning Thraben Inspector. I could let it resolve, but I want to flashback strands this turn anyway, so if they play like another removal spell here, I think that'd be fine. I can redirect it, but all damage from red spells is prevented. That would have been an interesting line. I'll just Crack Clue though. Palace Sentinels, great draw. I guess I don't need to forge. rather just find more stuff. I mean, do I need another Goliath Paladin? Not really. It's not like it's bad, but I just don't need that. Because I'm planning on playing Elementalist this turn anyway. So Elementalist, get back strands, and then play Thraben. Now I don't even need to strands. Attacking yet I think is a little greedy. Do I want to just play Palace Sentinels? You have 2 cards left? No. I can just play Palace Sentinels next turn. I can attack with a Goliath Paladin. They want to trade for like 3 creatures and a removal spell, then that's fine. I guess killing the Dawnbringer, yeah, they don't want us to gain 2 life. So that kind of makes sense, but our draw was just so good given the matchup. It's insane. Like now we don't even need to cast this. Find a crack clue here and just not have EOT strands up. Familiar, nice. Let's just go stash. I don't think I need to arena them at all. Cleansing Wildfire, sure. Just lead on Familiar. Guess I just go Cleansing Wildfire next. Maybe I was supposed to Palace Sentinels? Because now I don't have enough. Oh, I do have a treasure. I do have a treasure. Thought I miscalculated for a second, but not punished. I do have the treasure up for strands. All right, now I can attack here. I guess they could just kill my paladin. No reason to trade 3 goblins for a paladin. Now we're just looking for Ephemerate. We're going to hit Throne next turn, so. Goblin Grenade me. I could just let this resolve. I think I will. Just get a 4/1. And let's Throne. Overseer or Refurbished Familiar? Guess gain 1 is better. Ephemerate. Do I just get their last card? Does that even matter? I can just start rat locking them, but they do have instants as well. Sure. Just go for the rat lock. They'll get to draw 1 more card here. And then starting next turn, I can rat lock them. And I mean, I can just attack. I have a huge, huge board. I don't really even need to. Huge board, Initiative, and Monarch. Yeah, drawing Dawnbringer into triple strands. That'll do. Opponent's not wanting to discard a card. Maybe they had an instant that they were F6'd. It's the first familiar we've played. Maybe they weren't expecting that. A Goblin Bushwhacker. I don't know if we can kill next turn, but pretty close. The fourth strands. Sure. Oh, they have Reckless Lackey to get out of the rat lock potentially. But not to beat this board. Let's get Mountain. Whatever, I'll just get Plains. Ephemerate this, get back Ephemerate. Play Bridge. Attack with some flyers and some menace creatures. Could attack with everything, but I don't know, it just doesn't matter. I'm just taking actions. Oh, this says first strike. It's funny. I guess I can even just strands, kill their board. They sack to draw. Sure. Oh, you know, I let damage happen. And then I ephemerate. Get the card they drew. Draw another card. Cast down. Oh, they're at 1. I could have just attacked with everything. Sure. Almost like no possible way I'm going to time out in this matchup, so. Let's forge. Doesn't matter. Just not going to cast it. And attack. Okay, nice. They're blocking. Throw out some blocks. Sounds good. That was so lucky. I don't mind Gorilla Shaman, I don't think. I like to go down on a lot of the initiative in Monarch. Maybe Monarch is good and initiative is not good, just because it's cheaper and drawing cards is how you like continually protect with strands, protect the emblem with strands. What else is not good? I mean, yeah, maybe just going way down, going to like 1/1. I think this is what I've done in the past. Oh, Thraben Charm can come out. Maybe some targeted removal, but I just like want as much interaction as possible. They still have like the 1-mana 2/2 hastes. Can take out an Ephemerate as well. It's good with Familiar. I think that's good. I think Gorilla Shaman's good enough too. Maybe Gorilla Shaman's not good, but they have Blood, they have Synth, they have Great Furnace, they have Implement. It's just a 1/1 that can block. I'm gonna try it. It can just like, if they have like a double Great Furnace draw, you can just win with Gorilla Shaman. I think it's good enough for that reason. Alright, I'm keeping. We have removal spells. We have an Inspiring Overseer. Where's our Gorilla Shaman at? Untapped land is really good. Just shock this. So far, Gallblast has been like way better than Bolt was in Boros in it. And there's the double Great Furnace. Wow, they're really aggressive draw, but luckily I have a lot of removal. Do I need to kill the Lackey? Because it has first strike, I can't even block with Overseer. It's only hitting for 1 though. Just leave the lackey. Them being on the play, this game was good for them, obviously. As is the play. Gorilla Shaman. No. I could wait on this, then leave up double Ephemerate. Yeah, that's better. I'm not taking that much damage yet. Then I leave up a bunch of Ephemerates in order to protect. Cast down. I was thinking about getting Swamp there, but I wanted Overseer plus double Ephemerate, so I needed triple white. So, yeah, I think this is fine. Hold me down to 10. Am I going to, like, die to Goblin Bushwhacker? Hold me down to 7, hit me down to 5. They have 0 cards, though. I get to gain some life off Overseer here. I feel like I'm doing okay again. I'm gonna, like, I have this really good combo going. They can't fully break it up, even if they have a bolt. They don't. I go to 4, but like I said, I think I'm looking okay. Great Furnace, Overseer draw. I think it's worth it to play Inspector because it's such a good blocker here. And then I can block with Overseer and go for Ephemerate, and if they have the removal spell, they have the removal spell. Discard land to blood, sure. And again, now they had a double Great Furnace draw, which was good. They had Great Furnace into Tomb Raider, the combo. But if I ever draw Gorilla Shaman, it's going to be really hard for them to function. They're considering no attack. Nice. Means they probably don't have removal. I think I can just wait on Ephemerate because then I can double Ephemerate this. Seems a lot better to me. And Strand's back up. Wow. Now attack for 2. Go for Ephemerate. Just snap resolved. There's a familiar. This is the first time I've had mana problems in 2 leagues, but that makes sense. I probably shouldn't have played land first. I thought I wanted to leave up Strands, but one more Ephemerate up. So they didn't have a removal spell last turn. Let's see if they have one here. No. Is it too risky to go for Ephemerate? Yeah, I'd rather just have Strands up. Gain 1 draw. Goliath Paladin. I mean, that can get Swamp. I'm not going to play Familiar this turn. Oh, and I'm not leaving up Strands. This was probably a really bad play. I'll just leave up Cast Down. At 7, I could die to double Burn Spell now. What am I doing? Create a treasure trove and draw up to 3 cards in hand. Okay, I think I might have just punted. They still need 7 and or 8 damage worth of burn right now to kill me, but I was just so greedy. I could have just left up Strands, have Ephemerate this, and just wait on this until like a turn or 2. Hopefully don't get punished. Cut off the Rebirth. No, into Bushwhacker. Does that do it? 3 blockers. I'm at 7. No, it doesn't kill me. So Fire Blast could kill me. So I go block, 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 Ephemerate. And then I guess Fire... Oh no, they can't cast Fire Blast. Okay, so I should be fine. Oh, they take the initiative though. That's fine. They just get a land. Oh, then they could bolt me. Like this. Okay. Whew. That was way too close for comfort. Way too close. I misplayed hard, but now I'm actually in a better position than I was. Okay, well, nice. Let's take back the initiative to start. And then I can play blockers for their creatures. Discard their cards in hand, at least one of them. It's gonna forge, but maybe I actually want to Lost Well. Let's just bottom these. Start with Gorilla Shaman, kill your lands. And then play a Thraben and pass the turn. And leave up strands. I'm at 3 now, though. So I am in kind of a precarious spot. They're down to 2 mana. Maybe I was supposed to draw that Faithless Looting. Discard some of these black cards that I'm choked on. They could get like really desperate and tap out for like another Bushwhacker. And then I just like block everything, cast down something, remain with strands. No attacks. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to go into stash, get another black source. Dawnbringer Cleric. All right, let's lead on that. Gain 2 life. Makes me feel a lot safer. Gain 2. Play familiar. Play another familiar. And then attack with Overseer and Paladin only. What do they have in hand? I'm not even sure. I guess they could have Flaring Pain. Jesus Christ. Blast me for 2. I think they're going for the win here. There's no way for me to get around Flaring Pain. I guess I can... Strands now force them to use the Flaring Pain. And then their last card's going to be gone because they won't be able to cast it. Alright, well, I'm going to get their last card here, but the Flaring Pain could kill us. It's a Bushwhacker. I have Cast Down up. I think I even attack with one more creature. No, just these three. Oh, I have this back as a blocker too. Okay, so they have a Flaring Pain, but they can only play 1 mana card plus Flaring Pain right now. Lackey. Okay. I'll just kill the Lackey. Oh, it's a clue. I already used my treasure on this. Whoops. Let's crack clue. Catacombs. Maybe I should be more aggressive on the trap side. Okay, well now I can just either gain 2 or exile the Flaring Pain, and I think I do the Flaring Pain. Then attack with a bunch of stuff. Okay, we got him. GG's. Whew! The Flaring Pain was scary. Maybe I should have played differently to play around that. I wasn't thinking about it. We drew well. Jeez. Good games. Good games. Nice. 3-0 with Mardu and It. Mardu and It's the new hotness? Let's go. This is sweet. What are we? 7-1 overall? See if we can 5-0 this. Get up to 9-1. Let's go round 4. I'll see you there. All right. 3-0 with Mardu and It. We're against Juju Bina. 39. Would you like to play first? Yes. Man, this hand is sketchy, but I'm going to keep it. We have mana, we have bridges, we have Familiar into Paladin. Hopefully we're not against anything too aggressive. All right. Drawing no Plains, Novice Inspector, or Goldmire Bridge, pass. I think Goldmire Bridge, pass. I don't need to get the Inspector down right now. What's a good draw though? Looks like we're against Affinity. We have such good hate post board for Affinity. Now I can go Inspector, Bridge, Familiar. Who's the Affinity deck now? I'm just gonna keep doing that all the time. Who's the Affinity deck now? They discard down to 6 cards. They discard a land. We have a Galv Blast. Hopefully they don't do anything too broken here. Snacker. Deadly Dispute. Ancestral. Draw up to 8 cards. Refurbished. That's really good. Discard a Galv Blast. Maybe should have discarded one of these Paladins, but I did not. Crack Clue in case we draw Bridge. We don't, but we draw Ephemerate. They have a treasure up. Just attack for 1. We're behind at this point. I do want to trade Familiars, but I don't really want to like show them that I want to trade Familiars, so I'll just try to block theirs. Really want to draw basic. Untap land next turn. Be huge. Again, we're supposed to lose game 1, I think. Their deck is a lot better game 1, but post board we get 2 Gorilla Shaman, 4 Dust to Dust. It's just so much. Nihil Spellbomb, sure. That is good against us in general, but... Obviously, we want to ephemerate our familiar, but them having Gallblast breaks it up, and I just don't want them to have any creature in play, so I can hopefully resolve this, and then they can't take it back. No counterspell. Damn. I can just try to slam another one next turn. Okay. I feel like we're kind of in trouble now. The good news is I can go Goliath Paladin, get Plains, and then leave up Ephemerate. Guess I play Plains first, get Mountain. Mountain, pass. Then next turn we can start. Hopefully we can hopefully take the Monarch back with Ephemerate if they don't have like a cast down for our Paladin. And then, I mean, maybe we can just attack too if they don't have blockers potentially. And then hopefully we can Strands to protect the initiative. Not sure if I said Monarch. Yeah, protect our emblem, protect the initiative with Strands after this. Did want to test against Snacker Affinity. The fact that they have Snacker is good against our own refurbished familiars. They have double cast down. They're like the control version of Affinity. Okay, well maybe we can take the initiative back here. No, wow, we just got blown out. Man, we're in trouble. I think we're just cleansing Wildfire ourselves. Yeah, I mean, we're in trouble. We're gonna Forge, maybe? Let's see. I wonder, they only had one blue source. If I should have gone for Ephemerate on... What did I have out? Did I have the Familiar out at the time? When they had one treasure up, to force them to use their treasure on the Gallblast. And then they wouldn't have had double blue for the counterspell for my init on the first one. I think we just lose this game here, though. Another Goliath Paladin? Land. Suppose I keep playing. If I draw exactly Goliath Paladin next turn... Ooh, they probably should have gone Arena there. I mean, I guess getting another artifact is good, but... Triple Snacker. They can attack. Just one, sure. Paladin. Keep the land in hand in case we draw Faithless Looting. They get a 4/1. We basically have to do it right now. Blood Fountain. We haven't even... Oh, they do have one familiar. Okay. That's another thing I have to keep in mind. The familiars. We'll take 6 here. I guess I'll cast one of these. Name blue. Just can be nice to have it in the graveyard. Loot away a land, draw. Another Enforcer. 0 cards for them. All right. Spectre. Crack. Cast down is not going to do it. They're going to get to Throne here. Could just concede, but I don't think I'm too worried about time. This game was fast. Double cast down counterspell. That is a good version of the affinity deck. Oh man. Maybe we shouldn't have played the last land. I meant to just say I need to play around refurbished, but I have not been. I guess I should block one of these and flashback a strands. In black. And cast down this one. Maybe I should have just taken 4 there as well. All right. So Dawn, not Dawnbringers. Dust to Dust. Gorilla Shaman, and I think a couple Pyroblasts, because they're the counterspell version of the deck. Yeah, I like that. The Raven Charm does help fight. It does help fight their snackers a little bit, but am I really going to want to be exiling their graveyard? The answer to that is no. I think I just have to fight snacker like the normal way. One Dawnbringer for munitions. Otherwise, it's pretty weak. Palace Sentinels doesn't trade against Enforcer that well either, but it does take the Monarch. Can take out one Inspector instead. The other thing I'm thinking is maybe I should keep in the Faithless Lootings in order. Maybe I should take out one Ephemerate actually, just because they have so much interaction. Don't want too much of that. I was thinking maybe I should keep in the looting in order to try to find Dust to Dust and Gorilla Shaman more, but I think this is okay. Let's just go with this. Yeah. We need to draw any land, but we have a turn 2 familiar. We don't have a red source yet, but we have any land we Dust to Dust. So I think that's got to be it. Okay, there's a red source. Perfect. Now do I want to get familiar down? I think so. I think that's better than Cleansing Wildfire. Now I'm second guessing because I can get another red source, and then I just build up more mana to sooner Elementalist back Dust to Dust. So for that reason, opponent disconnected here. We drew cast down. I'm gonna pause the video and then come back when they're back. All right, well, they rejoined pretty much instantly and then quickly played Bridge into Blood Fountain. They're probably just trying to deal with lag, but I was going to say, during that 30-second pause, I also realized Cleansing Wildfire was 100% the correct line, because what if they had gone untap blue land, pass? With the Cleansing Wildfire line, I have Pyroblast up. So now I would have gotten to go Dust to Dust, leave up Pyroblast. I mean, I still get to leave up Pyroblast, but this is the correct line. And now they have no more lands. Now I can just slam this. Get back Dust to Dust. And then they have to discard and they concede. Okay. Nice. I mean, it's all about just drawing some of this hate. I think I will get the looting back in there. was gonna say maybe Inspiring Overseer is a little weak. Maybe we want more Pyroblast. But I don't think so. We're just gonna have Thoughtcast Counterspell really as blue cards. If our hand was like triple Pyro, that could be pretty bad. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes a Dust Dust on the draw is not enough though. Keep. F6 their turn. I think I'd rather get my bridges down and have more untapped lands later, because I can go bridge, Inspector on 2, into Dust to Dust. I think that's better. Nihil, sure. Now they could have Counterspell for Dust to Dust, in which case, if they have mana open, I'll just jam Overseer. Bridge meta here. They have Counterspell for sure here, right? All right, now let's Cleansing Wildfire them. Ancient Den. Cleansing Wildfire your seat. See if this draws a Counterspell from them. No. Do they have a basic? A lot of times the control decks do have one basic. And I drew a tap land. Little mistake there. Should have just tapped out for Wildfire. I'm not gonna Dust to Dust into a counter while I don't have another Dust to Dust. Yeah. They're stuck on no black mana from them. Let's attack, play Inspiring Overseer Bridge. This gets countered. I'm more than okay with that. Where's our 2 Pyroblasts at? I feel like they have counter for sure. Okay, they got desperate. Nice. And we drew another Dust to Dust. They could have Turn Aside, but nothing I can do. I guess they could have Spell Pierce as well. Let's play around Spell Pierce. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got a target. Okay, nice. Now we have a second Dust to Dust as well. I think no need to even cast it until they play another land. Third Dust to Dust, never mind. Now I'll cast it. They're just exiling my yard, sure. Then I'll just go Swamp, Inspiring Overseer. It's not a quick clock or anything that powerful, but our creatures do cantrip. I think I'm safe to just dust them here. All right, nice. 4-0. Can we trophy, please? Can we trophy, please? See you in round 5. All right, welcome to round 5. We're against the final boss, Ixidor 29. We've played against them many times in the past. Would you like to play first? They used to play aggro decks and such, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing Ponza now. We're gonna keep this hand. Nothing too crazy. Probably not gonna looting on one, but maybe I should to try to find a bridge. Opponent's nice, saying hello, thank you, you too. Really love to play against nice, cordial opponents. It's just like such a difference when in real life or on Magic Online when you're playing against people and they're like, good luck in your next, like, had a good time. And I've talked about this before, but when I've played games, like whether it's Magic or I've played StarCraft in the past at a fairly high level, not as high as Magic, but I was a decent StarCraft player. And when you're at the top level of any game, League of Legends, cards, poker, people are usually nice at the highest levels because they understand how things work. Um, they understand the variance. They understand how luck works. At the lower levels, especially in like League of Legends, people get so tilted and they just get so upset. They just salt off. So I find the same thing can happen with Magic players who don't really understand the game as well. Is they can get really upset. I can't believe you drew that. Like you might have played two Ponders, a Preordain, and a Brainstorm, and then they complain that you had it all. It's like, well, can drift a bunch. Ooh, it is Ponza. Play a Utopia Sprawl. Oh, damn. Okay. No such luck yet. Now I think I need to play Faithless Looting. I'm kind of in trouble here. There's a Galv Blast, but we can't cast it because we didn't cast Looting on one. Got punished pretty hard here. I have no idea what to discard. I think Inspiring Overseer is one of the discards for sure. Just because it's like one of the most clunky cards in my hand. I want to play Thraben this turn. I think I need to discard Ephemerate also, even though it's good. We're probably going to get Ponza'd on this turn. Hopefully nothing too crazy. And like kill my, like blow up my mountain here would be pretty bad. See what they do. Maybe they just play like a land repurposer or something. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see them on Ponza. They play good decks. They do really well. They play... I feel like Ixodor a long time ago just played mono green aggro even after everybody else stopped playing mono green aggro and was a really strong player with the deck. Do not want to count this opponent out. There's the Wild Growth. And do they have Asimos? Like... I'm not sure what there was that much to think about there, but okay. So if I go Bridge, Galvanic Blast, they have 4, potentially 5 mana. If I go Ancient Den, Cleansing Wildfire, Forest, they have 4, potentially 5 mana. Same thing. I don't really want to do that. I can also just play Dawnbreaker Cleric, kill the Wild Growth. Maybe that's the best. And then I potentially go up to 3 artifacts next turn for Galv Blast in case they play like a Hunter or something. Yeah, I like the Dawnbreaker Cleric line. I don't get to play the Bridge this turn, but I get to save my Galvanic Blast potentially for something else. Attack for 1. Another Ponza, another land destruction spell would be bad for us. But if they just slam Avenging Hunter, I get to go kill it, take the initiative. Okay, Chrysalis. That's good, but if they don't sack right now, I can probably kill that too. Spectre. Now I think I Gallop Blast the Arbor Elf right now. Deal with the 4/5. Oh, they have the spawns. Yeah, this card is so good. Okay. So now I think I changed my mind. I think I do need to deal with the Chrysalis. So instead I go Bridge, Inspector, and then when they sack the first spawn, I blast the Chrysalis. If they have another Chrysalis, then I lose, but I don't think I can stop that. This way they can also cast a boarding party, but so be it. They had the turn 2 Manvolias and Moss draw. Repurposer. Alright, I can't stop the Chrysalis. I can trade a bunch of cards for it. What, they have another repurposer? Or maybe they have a boarding party here. Ooh, are they needed to do these one at a time. They got punished. Avenging Hunter. Because now I can just kill Chrysalis right now. And they can't save it. I can't yet take them initiative back, but that was a misplay from them. They needed to attack Spawn and float the mana and see if it resolved. I'm still in a bad spot for sure, but cast. We need a like Black Source plus cast down another Galablast. Bridge. There's the Black Source. It's Cleansing Wildfire itself. Draw Galablast. What do I want? Could get Swamp, but I think I just want another Plains. There's the cast down. So hopefully they just forge onto their Avenging Hunter, which I think they're relatively likely to do. And then I could, if they forge onto Hunter, I could triple block the Repurposer. And then I'm just trading one creature for that. Again, the new pawns lists that are meta don't run Bolt. And so I'm expecting Ixor to just be on one of those lists. They have to go onto Hunter. Nice. Let's go. They probably only attack with Hunter though, and if they have another threat, which doesn't look like they do. Okay, this is good for us. Maybe they didn't see this block. Maybe they did. Maybe they have a Bolt. Oh, they get another Spawn this way. I completely forgot about that part of the card. And they have another Repurposer. Okay, well, now we need to draw Goliath Paladin. Okay. So I just play that. Let's see. Do I want to cast down first? Let them trap me. Actually, that might be better. Because then I can just take the initiative and hold on to it. Or if I just Goliath Paladin, they're going to take it back with Hunter. All right. It's Clue. This game's not over. Faithless Looting. It's a really bad draw. Actually, I could play it, hoping to hit exactly Strands. It's just not good. All right, let's just pass. I'm gonna get trapped. I'm gonna cast down the Hunter. And then next turn, I can play Goliath Paladin, take back the initiative, get a basic. Maybe not play the basic, potentially. Also, if they ever just draw Boarding Party or Dino, we lose. Basically. They have one card. No. It's a Boarding Party. Into Thermokarst on our Ancient Den. Okay. I have to chump Boarding Party, cast down the Hunter. walk here, cast down here. Oh, now I need a land in order to paladin. That sucks. Looting. Maybe I should have gone flashback looting, but I did not. Blast. So I go to 1, and they archives here too. I have to chump, and then I go to 1, and then I'm dead. Man. It was so close. They drew Dino into Acid Moss. GG. Oh man, so close, so close. I'm just gonna take it, concede. Okay, let's get the Dawnbringers in. Maybe I do go down on like at least 1 strands. Go down like this. Maybe try a new plan, leave in 1 Thraben Charm. It's like a pretty bad removal spell. I don't think I want Breath Weapon. It can also just kill a Wild Growth. We have 5 ways to do that. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if this is correct. We have to hope to win game 2, and then hope they mull into Oblivion on game 3 on the play. Let's go game 2. I'll see you there. All right, in the finals, match 5 against Ixidor. Down a game. Would you like to play first? Yes. And I'm keeping. And doesn't do that much, but I have triple bridge. They have to have like a lot of gleefuls. If they kept in land destruction, I feel like they do. I have triple bridge hand. I have 4 lands in hand, which is actually good against them. So do I bridge? Pass. And then I just go Thraben Bridge. There's Arbor. Refurbished Familiar. Okay, can't cast it yet, but I can start ephemerating that like next turn. Definitely want to get a black source down. It's a good draw. Don't want to see Gleeful on my black source, please. The good news is they shouldn't really know what our deck is, most likely. So they don't know to Gleeful the black source, and even if they did know our list exactly, would they still do that? It's pretty greedy, considering we have Cleansing Wildfire and stuff in our deck. So what is this? Just a repurposer? Oh, they Hammer the. I keep saying Gleeful, I think, but yeah, they got the black source. All right. Now I think I just want to go Mountain, Cleansing Wildfire ourselves, get Swamp. Maybe just playing Bridge is better than that. No, I'm going to do this. I know I can get hit by like a Thermokarst or something, but I could get hit by another Deglamour. This draws a card too. I'll attack. Find a trade 1 for 1 here. This way I'm just putting a bunch of lands into play. Wow, they don't have another land. That is really good for me. And we drew a Galblast. Nice. We have 2 artifacts. Definitely want to play Bridge. Let's just go Bridge. into Familiar, into Galvblast one of your Arbor Elves. And then we'll probably just end of turn Ephemerate the Familiar. There's no rush to do it. Maybe I don't even need to do it at all. I mean, I think it's good. It's going to discard a lot of their cards. Let's wait to do it though, because, you know, if they draw like land, play Repurposer or something, Utopia Sprawl, sure. They have 4 mana, they can Chrysalis. Feels like what they're doing. I guess they could Acid Moss me. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand, I can get 2 of them. We're still a mana away from Paladin now. Still don't feel like that good about our position here. I will say, I do feel kind of proud that I knew Chrysalis was good. I didn't have the full build with like Repurposer that I should have known. I was just like a little hesitant to try it for some reason, but I should have been more willing to try more new cards. Cast into the Fire. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire was a great draw. I want to hit their land for sure. No question about it. And I could draw a bridge, so let's tap like this. Another Ephemerate, please. Dawnbringer Cleric. Well, that would have been nice to have before, but I shouldn't complain too much. Let's attack. They have 1 card left. They're on 4 mana right now. No need to crack Clue yet. Chrysalis? Or is this another Acid Moss? It's a Chrysalis. Okay. I think that's definitely beatable. There's Bridge. Not bad. We got out from under, like, the land destruction, basically. Nice. Slam Paladin. Get Swamp. Oh no, we already got Swamp. I guess I get Plains. No attacks. Paladin has been impressive. A lot of people like basically talk shit on Paladin and say like, oh, it's such a bad initiative card. Obviously, Avenging Hunter is really strong. Oh no, they have second Chrysalis. Oh no, they have Boarding Party. But this having Vigilance is really good. Not Chrysalis. Don't do it. Thermal Karst? Okay, Thermal Karst is fine. Now I'm debating, do I double block with my 2 things here? I think yes. Because then I just forge onto my Paladin, and how does their deck really deal with a Paladin? And exactly my point that I was getting to, that because Paladin has Vigilance, it's really good with initiative. It can apply pressure and protect. Yeah, so now I just trade these 2 for Boarding Party. They used their mana burst on that Boarding Party. They didn't get too much out of it. We forge. We definitely want to forge just to have a big enough Paladin. Forge here. Cleansing Wildfire. I guess we just Cleansing Wildfire ourselves at this point. Plains. Attack, play Thraven, off Plains, and then leave up Crack Clue. I'd be surprised if we lose from here. We did everything we needed to do. We Familiar, Ephemerate Familiar, discard 3 of their cards. We survived through their land destruction. They're only on 4 mana with 1 threat, and we have the initiative and a big creature. If they go land Avenging Hunter, suppose that could be a problem. For that reason, should I play Dawnbringer Cleric? I don't think so, because then at that point I can crack Clue and draw into removal spells, I can draw into familiars, I can draw into a bunch of stuff. But yeah, oh, Thermal Curse my plane, sure. Really want this 5-0 with the brew. Crack Clue. Cast down. Maybe the best possible draw. We don't even need to cast it yet. Trap you. Get you to 7. If we had played Dawnbringer, we would have forced them to chump. I think this is worth it. I can actually even cast down the Arbor Elf, as weird as that sounds. And I think that's the play. I'm going to attack with just Paladin, and then cast down the Arbor Elf. I think that just locks them, gives them basically no outs. Yeah, I like that line. Because then even like land Chrysalis, I don't think is going to be enough. And that's like very specific what they need. Okay. We're going to be on the draw for game 3. Weren't quite able to get there in game 1. Good game. We have a Thraben Charm still in our deck, which is pretty weak. Nothing we can do against their super explosive draws. Third Shot on the Repurposer plus Chrysalis build makes strands. It does make strands worse. All right, let's go with this. We got this. I'm feeling good. Opponent's going to mulligan to Oblivion. That was our main plan. All right. Opponent is taking the play. Even on time, both with plenty of time for this matchup. And what do they got? Our clock's just going down. Might have to pause the video for a second here. They're just not clicking take the play. To draw, we haven't even drawn our hands. All right, looks like opponent's back. They chose to play. We have to mulligan this. I can't keep one lander against Ponza that doesn't really do anything. That's just like asking for trouble. Snap mull here for us. We'll see. They mulligan to 6-2. Okay. Mulligan. Oh man, 2 basics with nothing to do. They mulligan to 5. I'm going to 5-2. Let's keep plans. Okay, I'm keeping this. I could get declamored, but so be it. Let's keep. They kept 5. Let's put back. I kind of want to put back Paladin and Elementalist, and then keep this Elementalist, and I have the loop plus a Cleansing Wildfire. If they don't do too much, if I get to Cleansing Wildfire them and or myself, I get to function on this 5-card hand. I really don't want to get declamored, but I have to play Bridge in order to Wildfire on 2, so cross my fingers, no declaimer. Don't do it. Rumble. Nothing. Nice. Okay, that leaves us in this game. Now I'm going to get Swamp. My god, I just had a shot through the heart. Is Declaimer an instant? It's not, right? I'm going to look it up right now. and I get Swamp. Hold up, hold up. I played with Deglamour so many times. I just pulled up Gather. It is an instant. Oh my god. That would have been a sick play from the opponent, but that would have been kind of too greedy, right? Because it gives me a mana. Okay. We draw Goldmire Bridge, which I'm sure everybody else has seen. And then they Ponza us, but they repurpose her. Not even that scary. And I just cast Elementalist off Ancient Den. Get back Cleansing Wildfire. They don't really have, again, interaction in their deck, I don't think. Like, as far as removal spells. We can just take 3 off this for a long time. They have 4 mana. They can Minvili Acid Moss us. That's good for them, but then we can keep ramping with Wildfire. And we have this Ephemerate, so... Okay, there's Utopia Sprawl. Can Cleansing Wildfire that, for sure. Into Chrysalis, into Acid Moss. On our artifact land, that's fine. Yeah, now I just get to kill that land. Sweet. I'm liking my position a lot. Cleansing Wildfire, this. We have 2 cards in hand that they're on 4 mana. We get to... I guess I can just attack and then Ephemerate right now. Seems good to me. That was another pretty decent draw. Ephemerate right now. Could have waited and left out Galvblast, but I didn't really see the need to. Do I want second white or second black? White. I guess this is white and black. It's just the better way to play for sure. Feeling great. Both of us on the multi-5 here, but their 5 was pretty lackluster, which can certainly happen with Ponza. Chrysalis, okay. That's scary. Let's get back Ephemerate. We can fire off a couple Galvblasts here potentially. Oh wait. Let's see. Yeah, we want to get back Ephemerate for sure. So now I think they have a lot of mana now. I'm like somewhat in trouble now. Although not really, because they only have 2 cards. Considering my lines, I can like go Bridge, Galvblast the Chrysalis right now. Then if they sack double spawn, that takes them down a lot of mana. And then I could just go Ephemerate, get back Galvblast, kill this. But alternatively, if I go Bridge, Galvblast the Chrysalis, they let it go. Then I still go Ephemerate back Galvblast, and then I'm kind of safe against a boarding party. It's tempting because I want them to sack spawns in order to save their Chrysalis. And do I really need to Cleansing Wildfire this turn? I think no. So let's go with this line. And then, oh wow, they were just F6'd. Wow. And I, again, wanted to leave up Ephemerate, Galvblast to hit a boarding party. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Also just have double Ephemerate up. It is tempting to Wildfire this turn, but I tap both my red sources also. Oh no, I played a tap land and tap my mountain. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to pass. I don't need to looting yet. I kind of like want them to boarding party almost. What is this? When Vuli acid moss on my mountain. You got it. They have 2 cards left. I'm going to block Ephemerate. I don't want to kill Repurposer, really. I could kill their spawn with Galblast that I get back. I think I'm going to. I can also just start going face, just start racing. Because I can just start blasting them down. Hit them to 14. And then... it's a little greedy. Yeah, I'm just going to blast the spawn. Okay, well, just going to blast that. And then we Ephemerate. Get back Galblast. Probably kill the spawn so I don't get dinoed. Oh, I have to get back Ephemerate. I don't have to, but I'm going to. Now let's go Cleansing Wildfire. I just really want to play it this turn now. Yes, I want to use the ability, get Plains, and then go Ephemerate this, get back Galvanic Blast, and then just... oh, I guess I could still get boarding partied if they have land boarding party in hand. Probably better to just pass now. Because if they boarding party, I can just blast that. And then I can still just block Ephemerate, assuming they don't have anything good. Okay, can kill that. It's fine. Thermal Curse my planes. Sure. They have 0 cards. Feeling great. I go block. Ephemerate. I think we got this. So you've got to stop on upkeep. Let's get back Cleansing Wildfire. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of these coming down. I have, oh, maybe because I'm yielded to these? I mean, I guess I want to get back Ephemerate anyway. I can't respond when the rebound is on the stack? I mean, it's fine, but... Alright, now let's go... Galblast this. Dawnbringer Cleric. Oh, I'm still in my upkeep. Well. Dawnbringer Cleric. Destroy an enchantment. Now I can't get boarding partied or dinoed this turn. And then do the Ephemerate trick one more time on Repurposer. And then we should be in a good spot. We can start ramping again with Cleansing Wildfire. Get back Galblast. So, so I could respond to this. So I can Galblast them right now if I want, but I'll just get back Ephemerate. There was one turn earlier in the game where I didn't Cleansing Wildfire, and I was worried about a boarding party that maybe I should have. But that was a close decision. Get back Ephemerate, and draw. Refurbish Familiar is actually exactly the card I wanted, because now I can Rat Lock them. I think given, if they're on a meta deck, I think this is like 100% a lock. Nice. It was a boarding party too, wow. So now I can just go Cleansing Wildfire myself. get planes, pass the turn, and then during their draw step, ephemerate my refurbished familiar, discard a strands. And I don't think they have any instants in their deck. I guess they have Declaimer. So that's their only out. You can just take 3 off this if they attack. Yeah. Then okay, and then just keep looping. I have 6.5 minutes, plenty of time here. Get back FM, another Gallic Blast, sweet. Should I just kill this? Is that faster? I don't think so. I'll just Gallic Blast their face right here, I think. Can just rat lock them one more turn and then it should be it. This card's nice. Nice. Whew. Got the 5-0 secured. That is sick. It's not the chests or the QPs that I care about. It's the pride. it's the pride and the fun of it. My first trophy since I've been back recording. First 5-0. Did it with my brew, the deck that I said I've been having the most fun with. Deck felt fantastic. Loved playing the deck. Had so much fun. Thraben Charm did basically nothing. I discarded it in game 1, match 1, game 1 of the league when I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, but I should have used it as a destroy target enchantment card. I still think I'm willing to try one in the main for a little bit longer, and I could see 0 main 2 sideboard being good as well. It's just that we have so many Dawnbringer clerics, which is so good with Ephemerate, that I don't know if you need the Thraben Charm, but I guess Thraben Charm is able to be brought back with Elementalist, but same thing, if you have Ephemerate, Elementalist, Dawnbringer, then you can destroy any number of enchantments that way too, and it costs less mana. Let's see, any other changes in the deck? I think we had a good number of artifact lands and a good number of basics. I like the split that it's on now. I loved the Gallic Blasts. Refurbished Familiar Ephemerate has been insane. It's been so good. I'm just really excited about this list because this adds a whole new dimension to the deck in Ratlock. Because previously, Boros Ephemerate had some locks, like the Elementalist, Prismatic Strand, Ephemerate lock that I mentioned. It just can, Ephemerate, Elementalist, Paladin to burn them out if they're fogging. It has a lot of things like that. But now we see versus decks like Boggles and Ponza especially, having Familiar in your deck, which is just a fantastic card, as we've seen in these leagues, being able to Ephemerate Rat on their upkeep is even better than I expected it to be. Because this is a control deck. Like, you're usually getting to the mid to late game. Games are going a little bit longer. You are playing a bunch of rats, and then eventually you set up the rat lock. It's just so good. I've also really liked the 2 cast downs. Yeah. Strands gets a little weaker in this Ponza meta. You can see we played against Ponza twice. I think it might be tied or the most played deck right now. People just love playing Ponza. They love playing these new cards. Chrysalis is really, really good, as we saw. Yeah, I think no other changes. I'm really liking where the deck's at. I think this build is slightly better than the first, even though it's pretty similar. I'm still liking all this hate for Affinity. We played against Affinity once in the league and lost game 1 and then won the next 2 because of our hate cards. We just dusted them out. That is huge. I like, again, the full 4 Dawnbringers post board, especially against decks like Boggles. It's really nice to have. But because it doubles as a good card against mono red, which we also saw, we really played the gambit this league. We played against good decks. I like Dawnbringer over something like a Ration Cleric or Lone Missionary, that sort of thing. The 2 Breath Weapons is also nice to have against like fairy decks, against elves, that sort of thing. Would like a little more hard graveyard hate. We have the 2 Thraben charms now, so that's like what we're relying on. Again, I think I like 2 charms in the 75. I'm just not sure where they're supposed to go. I still like the 4 Paladin, 2 Sentinels. Actually, 2 Inspiring Overseer felt a lot better to me than playing more, just because this is one of the most clunky cards in the deck. You could see in certain games, I think a good example is the game versus Affinity, when we had a couple Dust to Dusts, and then we were like slowly playing out Overseers and like slowly start attacking. And yeah, it's slow, but the fact that like all these creatures cantrip eventually, this is eventual cantrips, but yeah, 3 mana to cantrip on these creatures just allows you to keep going, and then you don't really care that it's slow because you're trying to set up, get to your paladins, you're trying to get to your rats, you're trying to rat walk them, you're trying to take the monarch, protect it with strands. There's just so much synergy going on with this deck, and I really, really like it. I'm stoked on the 5-0. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please support me. Just watch my videos if you're enjoying them. Subscribe to the channel. You can ring the bell. You can comment. All those things help me out. I do this for fun. So thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Peace.